never understand what possessed my mother to put her faith in God's hands rather than those of her local geneticist. 10 fingers, 10 toes, that's all that used to matter. Not now. Now, only seconds old, the exact time and cause of my death was already known.
Neurological condition, 60% probability. Manic depression, 42% probability. Attention deficit disorder, 89% probability. Heart disorder, 99% probability. Early fatal potential. Life expectancy, 30.2 years.
They never saw, but I saw how you saved me. You were the one from the start. When I was young and life was lonely, I traveled each unlucky road. I begged for time, but time came slowly. I battled deep, more than you know.
British researchers are now allowed to work on a radical form of gene transplant. It could wipe out some diseases such as Down syndrome, but it could lead to designer babies.
Yeah, designer babies. It is a complicated process, so we're going to try to simplify it so you can discuss it with your family and friends. Now, Dr. Jeffrey Steinberg is a reproductive endocrinologist, and he joins us from Los Angeles to really show us some insight into exactly what this is. Doctor, when we say designer babies, what do you mean? That you can pick out height, gender, eye color, hair color, those kinds of things?
Well, we don't look at designer babies the same way we look at designer outfits, for example. We've just been handed a roadmap to the human genome, and what we're doing is we're taking a ride through the city, learning about the turns and the intricacies of where we want to go.
All right, well, let's talk about what science knows right now as we look ahead, but let's talk about what science knows right now. Science can determine whether a baby is going to be a boy or girl, and it can single out whether a couple wants a boy or girl, correct?
Absolutely correct. We do this on a daily basis.
All right, what about diseases? How does this play into this?
Well, we've got a list of over 200 diseases now that we know the genetic makeup of. So as we identify each one of these genes, we have the ability now using procedures like multiple display technology, and we can look at those genes, find out if they're there. If they're there and the couple doesn't want them to be there in their child, we can make arrangements to assure that that doesn't happen.
Make arrangements, I see. All right, let's talk about this in the most simplest of terms. Are we talking about in vitro fertilization, and is it safe for the baby?
Yes, well, of course, we can't take a bad gene and replace it with a good gene yet, although we'd be very interested in doing that. All we can do is we can study what nature has done on her own. And if she has placed a gene into an embryo that we know causes harm to that embryo and perhaps to that child, we can make sure that that embryo is not used to help this couple become pregnant.
Well, could this then lead, with these designer babies, lead to people having designer babies just so that they can be used to help their other children who are born and created the old-fashioned way, as donor babies, perhaps?
It's already been done. The British have done it, and several other countries have.
Ethically, I've got to ask you this, as a doctor, is this playing God?
No, it's not playing God. What we're doing is we're studying God's work. We're studying God's creations, we're analyzing it, and we're learning from it. And families.